took away. Yes, but this. Get your money's worth. Now, that was it.
Okay, so you're losing about 21 rebounds a night with no more Jonas Valanciunas, Larry Nance, Najee, and Dyson. DeJounte averaged 5.3 rebounds last year. In your opinion, Chris, we'll start with you. Who will need to take the biggest leap in rebounding this year? If you can kind of see on the screen, Zion average.
Don't explain it no more.
Zion averaged 5.6 rebounds. Brandon was 5.1. Trey was 4.9. CJ was 4.3. Herb Jones was 3.5. I think that is. Chris, who's got to take the biggest leap? I'm sorry, man. I made a mistake. I apologize.
I mean, I understand. I just feel uncomfortable that I have to be the one to kind of, answer after you did something like that so egregious. I feel like the people that are in studio next to you should have to. But I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead though. Zion.
Do you think he could honestly do you think he takes a 3.5 rebound leap from last year to this year, and he's an average 8.5 rebounds? Do you honestly think that?
No, but you asked me who should. It's Zion. It's if you are generational, it is part of your responsibility to say, okay, and this probably leads into what would a later segment, but this is a part of what comes with that tag of being generational, being that kind of individual. You need to be. We shouldn't be having conversations about Zion is underperforming as a rebounder. We shouldn't be looking at games where he leaves the games with 5 or 4 or 6 rebounds, because it's a want to, and it plays into some of the negative elements about Zion sometimes, and him just sometimes being lazy. You know what I'm saying? Not 100% being locked into what can make his life a lot easier.
He's only gotten 10 plus rebounds in 29 out of 184 total games.
Say, bro.
With his ability, that shouldn't be a thing, because look, and we keep talking about with the staff and with Griff, and everyone said that they wanted to do, but this is the era that we live in as well. While certain things are changing and how centers are being used, and we're seeing more traditional big lineups more and more, but Zion, it's on you to match what the vision of the front office or the coaching staff is. If they're gonna play small, a big part of that has to be in him dominating on the glass. And we don't have to talk about why. We know what kind of transition weapon he is. We talk about making life easier for him and giving him space. Fuck, he creates space for himself, period, by rebounding. Him rebounding and having a basketball creates a different level of space, because they don't, teams have to adjust to him. Everybody on the floor is going to have their eyes on him, whether it's the people that are backpedaling or the guys that are trying to get back in transition on a break. It's literally that simple. Just rebound the ball.
Ayo. Hey, look, listen. To be, I understand he's 6'6", but to be as athletically gifted as he is, to jump as high as he can, to have I think he has a 41-inch vertical, and to average 5 rebounds a game.
Luka averages 10.
Bro, get the fuck out of here. Nah, man, I'm not. Josh Hart's 6'3", and he averaging damn near 11 rebounds a game. I'm not buying that. You asked him if he could take a 3 rebound leap or whatever. I'm not even asking for 10 rebounds. But if you can't give me 8, dog, you can't give me 8 rebounds. You serious? You getting paid $200 million and you can't get 8?
It's really crazy to have this conversation too.
Yo, nah, man. I'm not buying that. Nobody gonna make me believe. I'm nobody gonna make me believe it's the scheme. Bro, it is insane to me. Dyson Daniels shouldn't be a better rebounder than him. Josh Hart, there's people, you could just go down the list. We went down the list, matter of fact, of people who had more rebounds than Zion. And it was bad.
It was
a crazy stat.
Who had more? There was a certain point in the year, and it was these are the people that have more rebounds. It was crazy.
Nah, man. It's all about 1-2. That's just, if you want my opinion, it's honestly laziness. is laziness. Show me you serious. If you show me you serious about winning, you doing little things like that because that's game winning. Rebounding is a game winning winning stat. Yep. Especially how bad the Pelicans got killed in rebounding department when you had a dude who averaged 10 rebounds a game and nobody else rebounded. And like you come into this season and you lose that and Najee and whoever, and you think how is the team gonna succeed from a rebounding perspective? Well, be a leader. Show me.
Once again, though, it goes back to accountability. Go ahead, Jared.
No, I think Lito's right. We've even talked about how like just Zion being a better rebounder would lead to him not having to give the ball up to a point guard and just being able to get in transition and go. Like it benefits you. Like not just from a numbers perspective, but like it just benefits you and your team if you rebound. Like you stop the other team from scoring and you have the ball in your hand. That just seems like a logical thing that you would want to do. It just makes more sense. Like one, this is why I think even the Jonas, i.e. trade or let go benefits the Pelicans just from this simple standpoint. Like you can't rely on Jonas anymore. You have to rely on yourself. Like you can't
and I think it's going to be a glaring issue early on in the year.
Yeah. And all right, you're going to get your ass whooped. You're going to get the offensive boards are going to be crazy. And for the other team and second chance shots and, threes, it's going to be glaring because you can't rebound. So what are you going to do about it? It's not going to be like, oh, we can make a trade to get some. Like, no, you have to fix it. Finally, you have to fix it. Not just Zion. I'm talking about like really the entire team, but mainly him to the point like you have to do something about it. And you actually have the ability to do something about it rather than just be sulking in an issue that is at your feet.
So if we talk about Zion Williamson, right? So we bring back that graphic. One of the more popular names, Chris, was Trey Murphy. Do you obviously we talked about this a little bit before or at the beginning of the show, where he had that West Coast trip. I think he was averaging like 9.5 to 10 rebounds during that West Coast trip. But you see on the graphic at like 4.9 rebounds a night. Where do you think he needs to be this year for this team to be successful?
I think he needs to be somewhere around 6 or 7 rebounds a game. And I'm just talking about just gradual increases. Like someone in the chat, I see like some of the arguments in regards to Zion not rebounding. When we're talking about transition opportunities, is folks saying, well, I'd rather him getting down the floor. And I'm assuming as, being a lob threat or someone that you push the ball to. But I mean, I'd argue him rebounding makes him even more of a threat because you have to deal with him from the rebound and him pushing the break. That opens up opportunities for everybody versus if he's getting in transition, he's running the left or right wing. What we thinking? Lob. That's probably gonna go out of bounds depending on who's throwing it. But you know what I'm saying? But that's what we're thinking versus if Zion catches the rebound and he's running, he's leading the break and he's running the middle of the floor. What is the defense going to do? They don't know what to do. I'd rather Trey be the one being in this case, if Zion's grabbing the rebound, I'd rather Trey be the one in transition because of the opportunities to be able to, as a shooter and as someone who can catch lobs at the rim. So I do think Trey's rebounding needs to improve, but it doesn't change the fact that when we're talking about like rebounding is a weapon. And it's a deadlier weapon when it's in the hands of certain individuals. Luka doesn't just have 10 rebounds a game because they can't afford it. No one else can do it. Like Russell Westbrook didn't average 10 rebounds a game at certain points in his career because it was just, they needed it. They had fucking Steven Adams on the floor. Like Steven could have grabbed every rebound that Russ did. But it was the fact that somebody was smart enough to know him grabbing the rebound and being able to push the offense while the other team is backpedaling and getting in transition, it's much more deadlier than my center grabbing the board and handing the ball off to you. And you know what I'm saying? It's simple basketball to me.
Remember the game where Zion, I think it might have been a rebound, it might have been a dead ball out of bounds. He scored in like 4.4 seconds or some shit like
that.
Spurs, huh?
Bro.
Was it the Spurs?
I think it was the Spurs.
Like I had never seen like dude.
Bro, he ran like
No, it
all-
wasn't the
Nah.
Spurs. It was
If anybody in the chat could like let us know, but the fact that like, bro, like he scored in 4 seconds or less, and
94 feet.
and moving. Like who? And I think he got through like 4 different.
yeah, it
think
wasn't
it was
like a
the
straight
Clippers.
line. It was
I
like
think it was the Clippers.
I remember it was at home. I'm just trying to think. It was later in the year. It could have been Spurs. It was either Spurs or Los Angeles.
Spurs
Not the
game.
Clippers, the Lakers. You sure it was Spurs?
And San Antonio.
In San Antonio.
It was away because I was watching it at
Oh,
home.
Yeah.
But
It
man,
was
like
in San Antonio.
so, just imagine Zion getting a rebound, sprinting full speed,
This is what
and
I
you
thought.
have to.
This is what I thought. But I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Jared,
whatever.
go
I
ahead.
mean, but again, him sprinting full speed, and you have to make a decision. To Chris's point, like you have to make a decision.
Guess
like,
what the decision is, Jared? Get the fuck out the way, because I'm not like the only one person took a charge. Do you remember who took a charge on a downhill?
Who was that?
Zion, do you remember who it was?
No, I
It's
don't.
LeBron James.
Oh yeah,
LeBron
yeah.
James took a straight like square in the chest.
Probably the only person who could
And
take the charge from him.
that's not. It's just square in the chest.
Yeah.
Right. Like he's the only person to do it.
Probably the only person who
Right.
could take that charge from Zion
Right.
anyway.
So we say Zion and Trey.
Nothing you did, Jesse. Not you.
Nah, it's not you. It wasn't
Not
you. It was all me.
Shocker. Leo, you always say that one thing that stuck out to me, you said earlier in the year, was when an opponent misses
Yeah,
and Zion gets the rebound, it's basically a live ball turnover.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like to whatever Chris and what Five has been saying, like it's a mismatch automatically. Everybody's in scramble mode. I love the idea of Zion getting the basketball and Trey being the lob threat, or Trey being the guy who's running to the 3-point line, you know what I'm saying, to take the shot. I think if Zion has the basketball and he's initiating the fast break, there's so many options, you know what I'm saying, available to the Pelicans. 9 times out of 10, he getting fouled, he going to the free throw line, and he's such a strong basketball player, he's going to get the and one.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, why not take that to your advantage? You saw, to be honest, like Giannis kind of started his ascent with that. Like you saw that from him. He started doing that, and then it carried over to other parts of the game. He just kind of became like the full time, I guess, point guard facilitator of that team. I think Zion has those qualities. You know what I'm saying? He's just a special basketball player. But at the same time, like you got to make yourself.
Yeah.
You got to make yourself special. You got to stand out amongst everybody else because like you have these innate abilities, but like you got to do it consistently. And I think that's the thing with him.
The topic one is it's easily fixed. Like we're not like, again, this isn't quantum physics. Like this is one thing you can just do to change the game.
This is one thing that a coach can't control.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like only the person that can control this is Zion Williamson. If he wants to become a better rebounder, it's up to him.
You know what's funny? The fact that if Zion becomes a better rebound, it forces everybody else to be a better rebounder.
Oh wow, the best player on our team is literally going after every single rebound. I guess I should probably do that too.
Yeah.
Or Jarrett, if he's going to go get the rebounds, then I got to hold my guy off, right? And I got to shield and box out whatever so that Zion can get the rebound.
That's why I hate the emphasis on playing fast. I hate it because it has this illusion that you can just, as soon as they miss a shot, go.
We're leaking.
Like, no. You
gotta get the ball.
You gotta get the ball. Like this isn't football. You know, it's not a turnover on downs.
I'm glad you said that because playing fast implies once you get the basketball, then you're sprinting to corners.
Yeah.
But you have to possess the basketball. Too many times throughout the year, you would see Zion Williamson be the guy leaking out.
Looking. He's just
it's like, nah, dude, like you're the guy.
Either that or looking.
Your alley hoops only come off steals. Like that should be a rule for you. Like your oops on the fast break should only come off steals. Because any other time, you need to be towards the basket, you know, the opposing team's basket to try to corral a rebound.
Yeah.
There was a stat before All-Star break that lets you know like Zion wasn't for real working either, because his highest rebounding percentage was between 13 and 17 feet. Which means he was not where the basketball
by the junction
exactly
free throw line.
Yeah.
Shooting some bill, They shoot a lot of threes in the NBA. So long
Long
rebounds,
shot, long rebounds.
Yeah.
I
But to Lito's point, it does.
when you watch 82 games of Zion Williamson,
Yeah.
you know it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he's not by the rim, clean the glass as he should be.